Welcome to Live Darts TV. We're here at Blackpool Football Club for the Bet Victor World Match Play, and we're joined by PDC official Russ Bray. Russ, thanks for joining us.
Absolute pleasure. Cheers, sir.
Back in Blackpool, where it all began for you, your first PDC tournament back in the day, so this must hold special memories.
Very much so. I mean, I came here in 1996. I called a game with John Lowe and Paul Lim, the only two boys that had done 9 darters at the time, to see whether I was okay to, sort of carry on. And fortunately, Tommy Cox, the tournament director at the time and founder of the PDC, and Tony said, well, we're not having 3 referees, because I already had 2 well-established referees, great referees in Freddie Williams and Bruce Bentley. We're having 3 referees, and welcome to the PDC. So that was Blackpool 1996.
I'd say definitely. You started calling county as well back in the day, like in the BDO setup, and then progressed over.
Yeah. I was calling county from around about 91, 92, something like that, because I played then as well. But the county caller never turned up. A guy called Steve Smiley, he never turned up. I said, I know my numbers, I'll help out, which is what I done. And I ended up becoming a county caller as well. So it was, that's how the transition came.
Definitely. I also had the privilege of calling the first PDC 9-darter on that very stage, Phil against Chris. Yep. Must have been an unbelievable experience. Did you sort of like have an inkling halfway through the leg?
No idea, because previously to that, in about 97 World Championships at Circus Tavern in 98, Peter Everson missed double 12 twice in each of the respective years for a 9-darter. And so, of course, with Phil doing it and £100,000 money on it at the time, he hit the first 180. When he hit the second 180, you think, oh, well, maybe, because everyone's all, it's going to be the first one. And, of course, when he hit the double 12, that was absolute magic.
Must be something that can never be taken away from you. You called the very first one on the PDC.
It's history, isn't it? It's history. I'm very, very proud, very honoured that I've got that particular thing there.
When you first started refereeing and calling, did you ever imagine darts would go the way it is? You travel the world, see some of the best places in the world through darts?
Nope, never in a month of Sundays. Not long, about 97, 98 here. Dick Alex, who's a fan member with Tommy Cox, turned around and said, because he was a drummer in Vanity Fair, the pop group, and he turned around and said, I would love it to be like when we were travelling on the road with the pop bands, going all over the country, going all over the world, playing it. He said, I would love darts to be like that. And his wish more than came true.
No, definitely. I don't think anyone imagined it. And obviously with Barry driving it as well, Barry's done it in every sport he's got involved in, this vision, and he just seems to run with it and it happens.
Well, the thing is, Tommy and Dick took it as far as it could go from, I'm not saying from their abilities are amazing, but Barry being involved with the business, so to speak, and sports and everything else, then retook it to another level, massive big level, and it's still running and still going. So, with the influence of Barry Hearn, taking a role on, the darts has become, certainly one of the, if not the biggest sport in the world.
With the Dutch lads and the continental lads getting more involved, have you had to retrain almost, because the way they use the ball and things like that and the unconventional checkouts, was it when it first happened, was it what's going on here?
Not half it was. It's they'd make more use of the 25 and ball, they make more use of treble 19s, treble 18, treble 17s. It's some weird and wonderful ways that they go. I mean, someone like Mensa Sullivan, I know he's not Dutch, but Mensa Sullivan is leaving double 14. I thought we'd leave double 14. The conventional way certainly went out the window.
When you get your games through, do you have to prep almost? You think, right, I've got him, so he goes this way. I've got him, so he goes that way.
Definitely. Well, if you take someone like James Wade, 62, conventional way, treble 10, double 16. James, treble 14, double 10, because that's his favourite. So you get to know their favourites. And I already mentioned Mensa there, so he's always looking to leave 28 in the main. But yeah, even Merv on 80, most people go 20-20 tops, Merv will go 48-32. So it's knowing the player as well, but yeah, definitely.
Obviously as well, the exclusion zone was brought in because of the match play as well, and now you've got the third official, as we call it, behind the scenes. Was that all a learning curve, watching that camera behind the scenes on the stage? It
was. I mean, Keith Diller and Rod Harrington sort of effectively done that for us when they had a little mini kicking match, and so of course that then came in, because then you got to sit and watch a second ref, as we call it, and but the thing is, it's now become second nature, because we know that's what we've got to do, and you know what you're looking for anyway. So, unfortunately, there are very rarely any infringements.
I was going to say, you've been obviously refereeing a long time. You must have seen a few bad boys up on the hockey that you just go, oh, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
Obviously, we know you can't say it, but you must just stand there and go, really, have I got to put up with this?
It's I'm very fortunate. To be fair, I'm very, very fortunate in as much as any incidents have been nipped in the bud straight away and everything's been solved. Never anything malicious, never anything really bad. You know what I mean? It's bearing in mind these guys are playing for a lot of money and there's a lot of tension. You know, and like I say, at the end of the day, it's like any sport. And it's the beauty of the darts. It's an individual sport. If you're not playing very well, you've got nowhere to go. There ain't a team member you can hide behind. It's down to you. And that can be a very lonely spot up there.
I have to ask you about the miscount at the Grand Slam. Did you get a lot of stick from the other officials about it? 'Cause I know you lot are all quite nip and tuck. I think it was the Gerwin Price one.
Oh, did he not have 40 left and it was 30 or something like that? Yeah. I mean, it's a mistake.
Yeah,
and the other guys are as good as gold. You know, I mean, if you do drop a clanger, then it's you're not doing it on purpose. It's just a genuine mistake.
Oh yeah, but you guys are all tight. We see the banner behind the stage between you all, so it's thing away from darts. Obviously, we know you like the golf.
Yeah.
Someone told me to drop it in. How good is Keith Della really at golf?
Not very. No, Keith plays on for 21. It depends on what day he's on. I mean, he turned us over on Monday. He had 30 odd points on Monday. I turned him over Tuesday, and Wayne turned us both over on Wednesday. So we're all sort of pretty much even there. Now, Keith can play. Keith can play a good game if he keeps his mind to it. But his handicap's 21, and he'll. I'll just leave it. It depends on what day it is.
Obviously, we go to so many venues now with the darts. Is the Winter Gardens your favourite?
It's certainly up there. That's for sure. It's certainly up there. The Winter Gardens itself is a beautiful, beautiful auditorium. You know, I mean, you look up at the ceilings, and then we look up on the balconies. You know, from our perspective on the stage, looking out, it's visually very, very beautiful. The other thing that makes it a great tournament is the time of year. Everyone's all summer dressed. And you're all happy, you're all bouncing because you've got the sunshine out, you know. So you get a different way that people feel. You know, winter time, obviously you've got your coats on because it's cold and all the such. It doesn't stop them dressing up, but you've got a different atmosphere to it. But I would say probably, this was one of my favourite venues.
One last one. Over your whole darting career, if you one memory that stands out more than any, which one is it?
Oh dear. I'd have to say two. No, we touched one the 9 darter with Phil in 2002 and probably Phil and Barney final 2007. That would be the two biggest things that I would say would stick in my mind.
That's amazing, Russ. Thanks very much for taking time out to join us. Absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
Russ. Thank you.
Live darts, I should say.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Phil. Thanks.